Everyone is their own worst enemy because it is only themselves that can fail with what they have. Find that love and acceptance of loss that uplifts the will you have to move that body you have, and the mind the soul operates. The black flame gives up on the vessel as more than the means. I am not my enemy when knowledge is not used to rip the seams of the process of becoming for what I serve. And Lucien Greaves' Skepticon 7, the Oklahoma Monument, is something I'm going to share on here. If a faith or lack of faith opposes intoxicant use, it should not be forced. I declare that the need for survival should be an exception, but I respect choice. Making random ideologies is an exception. Making random ideologies an exception is likely a threat to people who would who accept or try to work out their own mythology. Now, mythology and ideology are different. Mythology requires a spiritual side. Operating with their own beliefs is a fact of every politician. Society needs to be free enough that a person's beliefs are lax, needs no restriction. Vibrational energy, how a black witch gets inside your head to control you. What if the vibrations that change are only one's own? What if unusual occurrences is associated with unconscious differences in action and perception instead of physical difference? Bad breath and weird behavior can easily be a factor of poor hygiene. Careful when cursing those you personally interact with, and focus on working with one's own consciousness, as that is what all workings involving others goes through first. Beginning Luciferian practice with Dragon of the Two Flames. Michael W. Ford, right? Christianity does not predate Satanism. A person does not believe in external demons. If a person does not believe in external demons, is your body the same type of temple of spirits when you go through the motions? When the daemon or anti-personal self is given the attributes of demon, it has a different effect. It is a great truth that belief leads towards faith, leads towards knowledge, and results in disbelief in what is contrary. Luciferianism seems to me to be a sort of Nietzschean sort of living life for what works for our consciousness in this life sort of path. Paths must start off easy and simple and need to be able to be built up until we are a mighty, bright mountain of magician. The Satanic Temple School Literature Distribution in Florida. The Constitution of the United States of America allows for free assembly and for students and teachers to have their own spiritual material and practices in public, but to give any or all official space or to connect such to a position of an employee of the state is unconstitutional. Freedom from religion or freedom to oppose religion with state resources is not either. Theistic disguise and atheistic Satanism has the right to not be treated in its signs like forbidden gang behavior. And remember my meme, those who saw it on Facebook or other words, a satanic panic is supposed to be panicking Satanism, not Christians making up things. Why I almost became an atheist last summer? Poor Lizzie. Problems with the Bible is because it is a Bible and subject to the whims of the Ha-Kahanim, or rabbis, Cohens, professional priests that were the enemies of Jesus and the rest of the prophets. My stomach growled at me. Direct inspiration and direct revelation from God is perfect. Well, the real God. Those who reject the possibility of God are the authority of such in its original because of what some hierarchies did with without direct authority from God, our as messengers are not making the more logical conclusion. Positive and negative are not always moralistic. Benefit and harm are both as much of a test. Mood disorders are often a product of birth control or other psychiatric medication. If it isn't an issue of chemical imbalance from being a race that should not consume dairy, aside from breast milk as a small child, it is getting to the most who abandon Christianity, believe in Jesus and the truth of the Bible even more. It's getting to be that case that, people don't reject Jesus and whatnot. They reject Christianity and what the churches have to say, or at least what the churches have to say. When you recognize the parts of the Bible that support opposition to Christianity and the extra meaning that shows a better way than supporting the welfare cases of people who want to be paid to perform rituals, it will be like waking up to the idea that God does or may provide fundamentals for each age, then make dividing into sects invalid or even in opposition. The emphasis of Satanism, really. Even in the King James Version, we now have added and subtracted content from what King James paid for. Number 1, Lucien Greaves, Skepticon 7, False Memories. In my New Age religion playlist, I will go over a number of techniques and beliefs that create false memories. Certain factors of sleep paralysis and alien abductions would be better explained by allowing for the possibility of the existence of spiritual beings. The vast majority of false memories are based on real memories, but that does not mean something bad happened to them. A more important than the significant level of doubt in recovered memory claims is that the accused should be regarded as equal in testimony until shown less reliable in that case. Theistic and disguised Satanism, in both legal and illegal forms, is far more common than the skeptics who ignore the testimony of the Satanists who admit they act on their satanic ideology. And number 2, Lucien Greaves, Skepticon, the Pink Mass. Either the rainbow shows Lucien Greaves didn't expose himself or conceals just how small it really is. One person's effect on another's beliefs is no one's business. Number 3, Lucien Greaves, Skepticon 7. What does that say? Religious exceptions. Abusing children is still illegal, except by coerced drugging. Yeah, forced psychiatric medication is abuse. Thank you very much. Ideologues parading like whatever opposite is a belief, whatever opposed, okay, I'm not sure how I would have phrased that, is a belief they make it a legal exception may end spiritual freedoms in society for us all, because a country can't run on arbitrary rules to be thrown whenever someone disagrees. Yeah, if you're offended by something, that's kind of not enough. And what's this next one? Up my left nostril satanic laid down vlog. Already shared that one 5 times. 5%ers. Indulgence. And what's this one called? Talk with the Oak Leaves. I'm going to put this down for a minute to aid in my going. What's this one? Okay, what's that? The Image. Artificially on the surface does little for devotion's true intensity. That was obviously a Nargargole Shlod video that was saying something about, and what's next here? Nudity has its higher power after full or even excessive modesty. Artificially? Okay. No less pious in my eyes. But I'm not seeing any content. Down, 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 down. Hail Saturn.